What up? We are back for a second live today. Basically, because I don't want to do pre-records. I'm just don't want to upload right now. So I am feeling an energy shift. I just had a bath, so I'm all relaxed. So we're going to do an energy pull. My snake has so much energy. And I'm like, give me some of your energy. He's maturing. So his energy level is redonkulous. I'm like, give me some of that energy. Oh. Shit. Oh, I'm already sweating. Psychic sweats. Psychic sweats. Oh, this is going to be a big reading. I usually do. Oh, it usually doesn't just start coming out of me like this. What the fuck is going on? All right, I'm going to roll the dice because this is obviously energetic. Pluto energy again already came up today. Second house. And Leo. I kept getting the song, I had to look at the yellow light, Yellow Wolf, till it's gone. Till it's gone, till it's gone, till it's gone. What up? Everybody, what up, Diva? Loving it. I'm getting till it's gone. Oh. And it didn't go away. So I have a feeling it's part of the reading. Second house, Taurus. What we value. Pluto energy. Could be learning to fight for suddenly something that you value. Because, sure, you have to use money to buy things, purchase things, all that crap. But like, it takes love and dedication to keep it. Right. And that's why, I mean, there's things that go out of style instantly. Like, for instance, I always like to talk about my fish tank because I'm pretty proud of it. But I have this filter that I got for it that I finally found the right filter, and it's already been discontinued. And I'm like, okay, so I have to value this filter so bad because I'm never going to be able to replace it with another one. It's going to have to be a totally different one. Okay, so I have to love it. I have to cherish it. I have to take care of it because anybody that has a fish tank knows that fucking filters are the most garbage thing in the entire world, and it's just a money grab. Okay, so that would be the analogy. If you want to go deeper with that analogy, then so shall it be. It just depends if it's resonating, but this could be like realizing the actual value of things. Possibly. Right? Like, we had to get insurance for this place. What up, everybody? What up? And, we realized, because a lot of stuff that we buy is secondhand. Like I buy a lot of stuff secondhand, or just get it off the side of the road and repaint it. So my value of stuff is not worth very much. Like if you calculate it with all my clothes, all my tarot decks, I probably have more tarot deck value than anything. It would probably be like, I don't know, all my stuff combined, like $1,000, like maybe. Okay. And so we were getting apartment insurance, condo, whatever insurance. I was like, mainly the only thing is these guys, right? Like, and that's the main value, right? And their lives to me are worth, there's no comparison in how much they're worth, right? So when we called the insurance, I was like, my shit is worth $1,000. Like if I lost my stuff, like if this place burned down or something happened and the insurance company wanted to hand me a check, it would be for nothing, because the value of my life is in my snakes. It's in my fish tank. It's in me. It's in my sister. It's in my sister's animals. The value of our stuff means nothing. Like it literally, we got our kitchen table given to us. Like I said, most of my shit is like from the secondhand store. So it was really weird to call for insurance when I'm like, I don't think my life is worth anything, because it's priceless. It's priceless. Even the car, over 430,000 kilometers on this car. There's like, what do you think the value of that is? Like on paper, they say that car is worth nothing, but to us, that car is worth everything. It's worth everything. What do you mean? It's like, there's no maximum kilometers that can get put on a car before it has to get put down. You can drive a car endlessly. I mean, until the kilometer thing runs out. You could still drive a car. It doesn't just die at a certain point. And then at that point, sure, you've had it for 30, 40 years. It's not going to mean much to anybody else, but that's going to be the only thing that you have any value in. So it's like, I don't know. There's definitely somebody's learning value. That's what I feel like. All right. Cheers, motherfuckers. I made a night coffee. Usually I don't do this, so. It's a cause for a celebration. But what can I do if I do till it's gone? I'm telling you. Like, what can you do if suddenly the money's gone or something like that? Or, I mean, then everything is worth what it's worth. I don't know. There's a weird silver lining here. All right, let's get to the bottom of it. What resonates, people? Okay, give me this second house. These possessions. See, someone's been holding on to something for too long that's been hurting them in a relationship or in relationships with people. Two of Pentacles, not able to make their own decisions possibly with something, or they go back and forth all the time because of this burden, this 10 of Wands, but it's in reverse, which means they're putting the burdens down. They're not willing to hurt themselves anymore. Okay, maybe someone's realizing the value of a relationship. Like I did get an analogy recently where a man spent a lot of money on a woman and that woman used him the entire time. And it was weird because I don't think that that's ever happened to him before. I don't think he's ever experienced something like that, because she used him. Like she used him for popularity. She used him as like an advertising, marketing. Like she almost basically PR'd off of him. And he never, I think that was a moment in time where he kind of realized like, wow, this woman did a really good job pretending. Okay. And maybe this person, because I don't know the whole analogy, but maybe this person who just spent all this money knows the value of money, which is why they were spending it on this person, thinking that they would realize, like this person works really hard for their money and they're willing to spend their money on me, right? But to some people, they're always going to be arrogant. They're always going to be entitled. They're never going to have to work for their money. It's always going to get given to them. And for the people that have to work really hard for it and they end up spending it on these entitled people that believe, that money is just supposed to come rolling in for them because it always does, right? Luck of the draw for them. People collective have to kind of, bounce their lessons off those people because those people are in a different category, which means they will teach us lessons. Even if they were in the same category, we're still going to learn lessons for them, but it's not the same as in somebody teaching you a lesson that's in a different level. You learn the lesson differently, and it's not ever a lesson that they really have to learn because they are the lesson. Right? Collective meets them so then they can beat that lesson, okay, learn something from it, and then never do it again. Okay. What's this Pluto energy? 10 of Cups in limbo. Right? There's that snake around the heart with what somebody wants and a fucking coffin. Gonna heal their heart from betrayal, from a snake that they didn't see coming. And now they're realizing the value of something. Okay, what's Leo? And it's gonna make them stronger. Like, you think when people use you, it's definitely like an ego kill. Okay, it's definitely, it can take you from up top to down low pretty quick on somebody hitting you on that level. And maybe it's to like, I've been rewatching The Shield, and I haven't watched The Shield for a while, and right now they're kind of like hazing Dutch. And the reason why they're doing it is because Dutch, this one of the characters in the show, he got this really big head, almost acts like he's better than everybody because for the most part, he's a really good detective. So, I mean, there is a cockiness for a reason, but then there's a way where that cockiness can get away from people. And now suddenly they're on this pedestal and they put themselves there, not anybody else. They put themselves there. And then it's hard for them to stay there because now they're going to start looking down on people because of the position that they're in. When you start looking down on people, you have to realize that you're in a higher position than them. Okay. And shit rolls downhill. Okay. If you're one of those people that doesn't clean up their shit and just lets it roll downhill and hit people, that's where, possibly somebody's getting a little too mixed up with the hurting because maybe they're not hurting themselves. Maybe they're hurting the people around them. Maybe their relationships hurt the people around them because it causes them to, with the butterfly effect, it causes them to like wig out in some way, right? And then that hurts other people around them, like the ripple effect. Something like that, all for a fucking relationship. And I am getting brought to this couple now that have a kid, and they definitely rushed having a child. They rushed their relationship. They both kind of got out of greasy relationships and then just decided to have a kid together, which is, super tricky. And the relationship didn't work out, and now they have to co-parent this child. And it wasn't really working because there was a lot of animosity between the two because there was rushed energy that is involved. And they kind of had to decide and be mature and say, all right, well, we have to stop dating people because we're aggravating the other one and we need to raise this kid. So let's stop dating other people and pissing each other off. Let's put our, sexual house of pleasure down for a fucking second and look after our kid and get our kid situated. And then we can get along while we're doing it because no one's getting jealous. Because that's the thing is like, if someone's dealing with jealousy, okay, this person might have every right to be jealous. Like maybe you're doing something, maybe you're not coming home, maybe you're fucking around, maybe you're, like some people treat relationships all of a sudden like they're a necessity, like they're a job, like they have to come home, like they have to call you. Now they're in a relationship, they have to get in touch with you, right? It just suddenly seems like the way that people play relationships sometimes, everybody plays a different card, everybody plays different language, everybody plays differently, and some people play fucking dirty, okay, and some people act like you're their possession, some people act like you have to call them, they have to know where you are, and as if they are suddenly in a relationship now they're your parent, like this person needs to call me, I need to know where they are. Why do you need to know where they are, or do you want to know where they are because you're and you don't know what they're doing, which means you don't trust them, right? When you don't trust somebody in a relationship, then you're not going to really let them disappear because you're not going to trust where they're disappearing to. You're going to constantly think something's happening. Okay, so maybe that's why the Four of Swords is here. Maybe somebody has to take a fucking time out. Maybe somebody has to take a fucking breather, okay, and just be alone for a little while so then and regain their strength, okay, and their perspective on life, because I believe that somebody might have gotten quite a bit of trauma from this relationship, okay, from these possessions. Maybe they were dating somebody that didn't have a lot, okay, so they gave them a lot, and now this person is expecting a lot or taking a lot or expecting everything to be divided down the middle, even though they didn't give enough to be divided down the middle, right? So I feel like somebody has just taken a long slumber. Someone's waking up, I think. They're waking up to this tethered heart and tethered mind on something. Almost like Sagittarius energy, which I'm surprised isn't here, because I do feel like somebody's definitely trying to balance themselves out, balance their emotions. There's the World, Nine of Pentacles in reverse, and the Seven of Cups in reverse, with the World in reverse. So definitely somebody's been stuck in a cycle, okay, and possibly in a lot of illusions, okay, maybe singleness, illusion them a little bit into believing things about themselves or things about other people, something like that. Four of Pentacles. Definitely someone's been holding on to something. All right. And they've been guarding it. Did you just fall? My snake just fell. I can always hear when he falls. It just breaks my heart every time because I think he hurts himself. But he's always just looking at me with this embarrassing look on his face like he just fell. Okay, so definitely somebody got hurt. Okay, but it was an embarrassing hurt. I feel like they feel more embarrassed about it, possibly, than anything, than hurt by it. Okay, so take what resonates and leave what doesn't, but there's definitely a cycle wrapping up. Okay, maybe they gave too much. Okay, because they're independent and they, this person could be independently wealthy or something like that, have their own money. Okay, and they gave it to a Queen of Wands in reverse. Whoopsies. Gave a little bit too much to a Queen in reverse here. Okay, nothing wrong with deciding to pull back and maybe take yourself off the dating scene for a little bit, okay? And then there's the Tower and the Ace of Wands. Yeah, getting themselves ready for something else. Okay, so if you're feeling like You know, if you're, this is almost like if you're looking back, evaluating a relationship, trying to figure out what went wrong, where you went wrong, how you went wrong, definitely feel like you make a lot of progress if you're able to admit what you did and the signs and the red flags that you should have saw, right? It's all fun and games when you can blame somebody else for everything, but when you grow up and mature, you stop blaming things on everybody, okay, and then you really start to get to the root of the problem, and you start seeing it as maybe it's not everybody else that's the problem. Sometimes it's the relationship that you have with them, right? Maybe they're okay people if they just weren't around you, right? Because maybe it's the wrong energy, right? Because people who do wrong, people who think wrong, act wrong, ill intentions, they find those same Cruella de Villes to hang out with, right? Maybe you're elevating, maybe you're passing it, maybe you don't have to hang out with such low energy anymore. You're realizing that you're the prized possession, possibly, that you're the one that people are mistreating and mishandling, right? I don't really tell people my snakes' names just because of black magic and stuff. So I don't give their names out, but he's got a nickname. His nickname is Modi. His nickname is Modi. So he is he's 2 years old now. I have one snake named Modi, and I have one snake that I nicknamed Demonology. Demonology / demonstrable / Patricia. She's the sleeping snake. You'll never see her. Her enclosure is over there. She's got a high enclosure she is the best. I have the world's best snakes ever. I've even been told that I have the sweetest snake. They're so sweet. They are just, oh man, they make my heart very full. Okay, I think I'm only gonna do one reading. I'm sweating like a fucking snow cone in Phoenix over here for some reason. So can you see him? Yeah. Modi. Hey, Modi. He knows his name too. He's so sweet. He's just a gentle giant. Like, he's so big. Oh my God, he's getting big. He wants to come out right now. He was out this morning, took a big shit. He doesn't poop they don't really poop in their enclosures because they come out a lot. So he usually comes out whenever he wants. He is dancing. He always dances. I did not think he would be on film. I think he does this on purpose. He's a camera whore. He loves the camera. Okay. All right. Last message, people. Take what resonates. And remember, if you want a personal reading, whitneymoonshine@gmail.com. It's how you get in touch with me. Check out the About section. And we do have the 13th moon as well as streaming the Zodiac readings. Okay. So check that out. What up, Eileen? Check that out. It's like double the readings. There's a bunch of readings over there as well. Not 2,000 readings, but over 100 now. Ooh, look at this, everybody. Can you see it? It says abundance. So money might be coming in. Money, money, money. Money, money, money. Engagement ring and the clock. The snake. Moni, you showed up. Look at, there's you. Soulmates. The snake and then soulmates? What the fuck? Okay. All right, let me see here. I feel like, okay, so there's definitely this kind of energy I'm getting that it's possible that somebody is dating somebody that possibly you should be dating or something like that. Okay. Or they're in the job that you're supposed to be in. They're receiving the bliss that you're supposed to be receiving. There's definitely somebody that has pushed somebody behind on possibly a union. Like I said, black magic, there's always magic that comes up on this channel, always. So this could have been, I mean, I'm getting Ursula again. This fucking Little Mermaid analogy came up where Ursula is about to marry the prince, and they go to kiss, and then she gets bumped out of the way, and I'm like, the analogy keeps coming up where I'm like, oh my god, who the fuck took your man? Like, who the fuck is pretending to be you? And or who's the prince being manipulated by the chick when they really want to be with somebody else? Like, there's somebody that's being manipulated, and that's why the snake is here, because there's somebody that is taking your spot on your soulmates. And soulmates come in different like your soulmate again could be an animal, could be a connection with something. It's a designated soul that's supposed to be in your life that karmically comes into it. Okay, there's a contract there. And I feel like if you've been pushed behind, if you've been trying to find work, or if you've been trying to find a man, or if you've been trying to find a wife, or if you've been trying to find something and you can't find it, it's because of this person, this snake. And it's not Modi. Don't worry. He wouldn't do something like that. Would you? You wouldn't do that. You're a good boy. He's a good boy. He wouldn't do that. Okay, so this is a malicious person. This is, malicious right here. Yeah, this is a malicious person. And date in reverse. Somebody trying to, okay, so I think somebody's supposed to be lined up with somebody that's got money. That's what I think. Somebody that's got a little bit more, is a little bit more well off than most people. And apparently you're supposed to be engaged to them right now. And you're not. You're being attacked by this enemy. I just got confirmation with that for somebody. So right now, the way that it looks, somebody's supposed to be married to like somebody pretty rich, okay? And they're not. Dragonfly stayed on the bottom of the deck in reverse this whole time because somebody doesn't want you to find out about this. Oh my god, that's the finding out card. That's the dragon, like the dragonfly. It's like a light that comes on. It's almost as if I feel like you might know this person. Okay, or they might know you or something, and now they're realizing that they made a mistake, that they were a part of very, very like backstabby energy. You know, because if you think about it again, now I'm still getting the Little Mermaid. What's her name? What's the actual mermaid's fucking name? Oh, Ariel. She, you know, they only say so much. Like they say it's like she's got 3 days or something to kiss the to kiss this guy. And like, look at Kisses is here. This is really fucking weird that this is the analogy. Like, all you have to do is kiss this person and it would like break the spell. What? What? Now I'm getting goosebumps all over my body. What? This can't be happening. This can't be it. What is this? What is this? Are you telling me the truth? What is this magic? There's a witch with death. Oh my gosh. And what happens with the Ursula? She transforms all those mermaids and they become those little suckety things. She basically kills them and tries to take the stability herself. So here's the witch. The witch showed up in reverse. And the thing is what's really sad about that is because witches are herbalists. Okay, they were the original doctors. Okay, they cured you of illnesses with herbs and shit. Okay, that's what witches do. That's the power of magic. Okay, so the fact that there's earth and grounding here in reverse makes it look, and then the sword with the truth like makes it seem like this person tried to ground something with their power and it didn't work because witches are supposed to heal. They're not supposed to make ill. So with Sanheim, I'm feeling like they did this around Halloween. Anything else? I feel like you're protected. But whoever this other person was that got manipulated, they got sent into a relationship that they were never supposed to be in. And there's autumn. So I feel like autumn is one of the seasons in between the seasons, right? So if that's the analogy I'm getting, then that would mean that this situation that was meant for you, that you were taken away from by manipulation, means that whoever they were manipulated to be with was only ever going to be an in-between. It was never going to be a summer or a winter. It was never going to be a main theme. It was always going to be something in between. Because that's the thing with magic. If it's ill-intentioned magic, it has to play out in order to make sure that the witch gets what she deserves at the end of it and doesn't do it again. Now he's knocking on his door. I can hear him trying to push up on it. So this witch is trying to get in the door. Okay. And I don't think she can get in now. I think the door is locked. Okay. I think this relationship is locked up. There's rebirth, Yule. I think this relationship is locked up now. Whoever you're dealing with is huge narcissist. They're just doing everything for themselves. And that's the thing with narcissists is they act like they do things for other people until the energy isn't returned. And if it's not returned within a narcissist's little inability to create, anything, they will crush you because they want that energy back immediately. They will never send out energy if they can't get it back right away. Okay, so wow. Belly flop. Okay. I almost feel like it's possible that you dated this person already. And now they're like coming back to you because the witch would have been the thing that threw them off. And then if it's that bad, the witch would have thrown somebody off in the relationship, and whoever was supposed to make money, okay, still did, because it was always going to be just a matter of time. So all this person did was just create space where obviously space, because I feel like, okay, so if this is somebody that either you're going back to, or a situation you're going back to, or a situation that you never got to begin with, I almost feel like the witch was only able to do the manipulation because there was available time. So it's not like she created somebody to be single or ran somebody off their path for a certain amount of time. She really didn't. She just kind of did unnecessary magic because they were going to be away from each other anyways. Almost like Ariel and the prince, because she lived in the water. Wow. Like, I feel like somebody's actual witchcraft was for nothing, which usually is why witchcraft is so stupid. It is why it's so blasphemy, why it's so people who misuse magic have a price to pay for that. Because if they choose to hurt somebody and their health and safety, they want to try to say that they were guided to do it. Who the fuck are they going to say guided them to hurt anointed, protected people? So this witch is connected to something nasty. Something demonic, something that's not a good energy, something that comes from somewhere very cold, or this guy. There's this song. I want to say it's Vinny Paz. I don't think there's a song that I've ever listened to by Vinny that I don't like, by the way. Box Cutter Paz. But there's this song, I believe, that he sings where he says, I don't know why people think that hell is a place that's hot. I think hell is a place that's cold. That's very, very, very cold. And revenge is a meal best served cold. Why do they say that if hell is hot? I don't think it is. I think it's cold. Maybe this fucking ditch witch is going somewhere cold at the right place at the right time. Look at that bouncer with serendipity. Oh my God. This bitch is going to be escorted out at the right time, let me tell you. Okay. Wow. Okay, so we have Trapped with Holland and Forget It and Jack. I feel like whoever this witch is going to be asked to leave the party very quick. They're getting asked to leave quick. And I got this analogy of, okay, it would be almost like the witness protection, where I saw this vision and these people had to leave this house, and there was an agent with them that was taking them to their new life. It was like a couple of kids and a woman in the vision, and not like I'm saying that they did something good, because I don't think they did. And the lady walked up. She was just hysterical about losing her house. She walked up to one of the agents and she actually asked the agent to, like, if she could pack up some boxes and shit, because she wanted her knickknacks and her pictures and her little trophies and shit. And the agent looked at her in vision and he goes, "Ma'am, you're going to a totally different life. No, you cannot bring your knickknacks. This is a place where people aren't even supposed to know you're going. You pack a bag and that's it." And she just looked at him and she was so angry. And then her kids came out and they both had a bag, and all she was allowed to take was her fucking clothes. And she had to leave. And that was the agreement. She wasn't allowed to go and take all her little shit, take all her knickknacks. She did something and she had to fucking permanently leave. She was being escorted out by the bouncer and she was being told to haul it and forget it, because you're going somewhere new. You said you wanted a new life. This is what you're getting. And she was like angry. Like, she was angry about it. But the thing that she was angry about was that she was angry that she got caught and that she had to pay the price of something. Because the price was her life, her cushiony little house that she had set up. That was the price that she had to pay for whatever it was she did. I don't know what it was. I actually just briefly laid down. I've been just dealing with so much with my landlords and this place that, like, I just physically feel drained, and I never take naps. And I turned on the Blair Witch on the projector. And then I got so high that I'm like, fuck, I gotta lay down. Like, she's jumping around with the camera. I felt like I was in the movie theater again, because the projector is huge when it's on the wall. So it's like bouncing around and stuff. I'm like, I gotta fucking lay down. I laid down, I passed out. And I think that that's where I saw that vision with the woman and her kids. So I feel like somebody recently, because that means I would have, like, I astral project. So as soon as I lay down, I leave my body. Like, right away, I go. I was in Calgary the last 2 nights in a row. I don't like I haven't lived there for like 2.5 years. I don't know why the fuck I was there, but I was in Calgary for 2 nights straight at this bush party. Oh my god, with people from this town. It's all very strange, and I'm still trying to put all the pieces together. Okay, it's been a very weird couple of days for me over here. Okay, so I definitely am feeling people leaving their bodies. Okay, there's a lot of work that's being done. We have the spirit card, okay, which means people are lining up. Like, spirit is directly connecting with a lot of you, and they need you to know that. When you feel like spirit is guiding you or speaking to you or trying to get you to go left and you're trying to go right, it's spirit is there. Okay, they are there 100%. Like, he is beside me right now. That's spirit. And I know he does this because he's my guardian. He needs to watch what I'm doing. He needs to watch everything. Oh man, I had this plumber in my room the other day. You should have saw him. He was sprawled out in the front of his enclosure, staring at the plumber the entire time he was there. I was like, do you notice my snake right now? And he turned around and I'm like, yo, he's watching you guys. Like, you better stay on your best behavior because he's watching. Our guardians, they have eyes for a reason. They're watching. They're always going to be watching. It doesn't matter how small their eyes are. Trust me, a pair of eyes are a pair of eyes. All right. So somebody's watched this witch do something to you. Okay. And now there's the tower. Okay. And a tower would be somebody being asked to move and get the fuck out and get going. It almost seemed like she was given like a only like a few hours notice. Look at that idiot in instincts. Double eye. Double eye. Double eye. Double eye. Two eyes. We're looking at this with two eyes here, people. Somebody's got to start using their instincts. Okay, somebody's got to start trusting the spiritual world. Okay, and it is, like it's definitely, okay, so what's really weird is you have to remember this with tarot cards, okay? So if you do like a yes or no, I asked my cards about 3 years ago if I was ever going to meet Yellow Wolf. I did, okay? I actually asked my cards, this deck in particular, okay? I asked and I said, am I going to meet Yellow Wolf one day? Am I going to meet him? And I pulled the yes card 3 times in a row. Okay, 3 times in a row. And the thing was, after that, I couldn't tell you how long after that, but he showed up in a dream. I don't know, maybe a couple months after that, he showed up in a dream, and I think we were at a show, and then he got on his tour bus, and he had a bunch of chicks with him too, which was really annoying because the chicks were like yelling and everything, and I couldn't hear what he was saying. And then his bus driver was there, and he said, you can come if you can keep up. And so we got in the bus, I got in my car, and I tried to follow the tour bus because that's what he was telling me. If I can follow the bus, I can follow him to wherever he was going or something. Tell me how quick I lost that bus. That bus took off like 100 miles an hour, and I lost it. It was at night, and all I remember was just seeing 2 headlights drive off, and I was like, all right, there goes the dream. It was like, but I met him. And then, you know how many times he's actually shown up in my dreams? His mom was in my dreams the other day. Mama Wolf. She was in my dreams. She's got this long blonde hair. And she was in my dreams with him. He left, and me and Mama Wolf hung out, fucking smoking weed. That was funny. And then he's been in my dreams like, I don't know, 2 or 3. I'm going to say at least 3 different times. And then his mom was in my dreams. So I feel like I have met him. So I'm like, you got to be careful with the tarot cards, because the things that happen in your dreams, which there's a lot of studies starting to come out. Like, I've been kind of trying to talk about this a little bit about how important dream state is, and that there's actually studies being done now on your dream state actually being a reality. Okay, it is an altered state of reality. A lot of times it's almost like your dreams, I feel like, are a time machine, because you can go back into the past, you can go into the future, and you can see what's happening in the present. Okay, so dreams tell you a lot. And if you're trying to connect with your instincts, if you're trying to connect with your third eye, okay, if you're trying to connect with spirit around you, because that's the spirit connect card, okay, connecting spirit, knowing that, because that's the thing, is it's not so much seeing is believing, it's believing is seeing. You have to believe what is happening. If you use your instincts, okay, properly, and you say something in your head or you hear something, okay, always remember that the universe will give you signs. If you say something in your head that you think is the truth, and you hear a sign, you hear a dog bark, you hear a fucking car horn, that is the universe lining up divine timing with you, okay, serendipity, for you to say something, and the universe lets you know that what you're saying is correct. It is right there. It's listening to you. Okay, even if you're talking in your head, you don't have to say anything out loud. The universe can fucking hear your thoughts. It can hear everything. It's crazy. It's creepy. But once you get pure thoughts, okay, you realize how much of a bonus it is, because no matter what situation you go into, your intention is already being evaluated, because spirit knows your intention going into anything, because it's reading your energy. It's almost like spirit is a natural lie detector, and it makes you a natural lie detector, because it will start showing you and telling you that somebody's lying to you. Because if they tell you somebody's lying to you, and you're like, okay, I have a feeling somebody's lying to me, and then all of a sudden you get this upset stomach, or you get goosebumps all over you, someone's lying to you. You said it to yourself, spirit's telling you, and now you're going to have a natural reaction to the truth, which is your affirmation. If spirit can't give you a sign, a cold cut sign to your answers, they will mock it in your body. Okay, so if you say something in your head, or if you ask the universe a question and then suddenly you sneeze, most likely that's your yes. Okay, it's very weird how the universe works, but once you start trusting your instincts and you start trusting spirit that's initiating your instincts, that starts putting you at the right place at the right time, okay, then honestly you begin to trust spirit more than the person sitting beside you, because you start to realize how full of shit your family is. Okay, the ones you love most, the person you're fucking. Do you know how many people don't even know who the fuck they're married to? Okay, people hold this whole other side inside of them. Okay, and they're defensive of it, and they're humiliated by it, and they put on this persona and they walk around like a fake fuck. Okay, and they try to fool everybody. But once your third eye's open, people can't fool you anymore. It's like your own lie detector. Like, somebody looks at you the wrong way, you're going to know they're a piece of shit. It doesn't have to be proven. And that's the thing, is if you're asking spirit to prove to you things, it's not going to work that way, because spirit isn't dominating like that. Again, the things that they're going to show you if you don't listen are the times that your house falls down, the times that you get kicked out, the times that the cops get called to you, the times that you get pulled over by a cop. Those are your tower moments. They stop happening, okay, or they significantly go down once you start talking to spirit. Because spirit will tell you which roads to go down if you had a little too much to drink, okay? They'll let you avoid that DUI because spirit's got your back, but you got to listen. I'm not saying drive around drunk, okay, but I'm just saying, for somebody who's around blackout drunk for like 5 years of their life, tell me how I didn't do it if I didn't have spirit with me. Because I can tell you this, I'm one of those people, blackout drunk, okay? I'm not a very healthy drunk. And my car was always parked perfectly when I got home. Never remembered how I got there. Never remember being behind the car. And would actually sometimes in the morning be so fucking scared as to how my car was even fucking there. And then I'd be like, I know spirit drove my car. I know spirit drove my car. I wasn't all over the road. I wasn't swerving. I wasn't speeding. It was always 10 and 2. I got home perfect and I didn't cause any problems. And I just got there. I arrived alive because, you know what, honestly, the thing is that I never had anybody that really watched my back or helped me in any way. So spirit did, right? Like spirit knew that if I went out drinking, I needed my car in the morning. And they knew nobody was going to help me. They knew my mom wasn't sure as fuck going to take me to go get my car. They knew the pedophile that she was married to sure as fuck wasn't going to get up and take me to my car. Okay, my sister was probably already working. So I had spirit on my back. Spirit always took care of me, no matter what. Like, it was really weird. They took care of me better than my parents. Okay, and they still do. My parents are nowhere to be found. My mother, changed her number, disconnected her email. She sold her house. I don't even know where my mother is. Somebody asked me where my mom was. I wouldn't even be able to find her if I could. Okay. And even my father, I haven't even seen inside my father's house. He's lived in his house for over 10 years. I know where he lives, but I've never seen inside of his house. Okay. He can blame it on his fucking wife all he wants, but like, it's his fault. I'm his kid, not hers. Okay. So there's definitely some shit going on, okay, with some very skeezy little competitions around you. People competing for things, people taking things away from you, okay, which was kind of a part of the first reading as well. Okay, narcissistic love bombing. Okay, again, if you don't respond to it, if you don't give it back to them right away, they're going to fucking stop talking to you. They're going to get into an argument with you because they're narcissistic. They can't give without getting. Okay, it doesn't work that way with them. So whoever has been, I feel like, a part of this money spell or something, or Yeah, something removing your stability. It's like I said, the witch didn't do anything that wasn't already going to happen. It was just all she did was manipulate energy that was just supposed to be left alone, right? She didn't cause somebody to break up with you. She didn't cause a divorce. She just fucked and meddled with something already there. Okay, so there's definitely, yeah. Don't be surprised if, like, if there is kind of a chunky woman around you. All right. She's like water fat, like, that just there's a lot of water under the skin. That's the witch. Okay. That's the witch. That's the narcissist. And the reason why they're so filled with fluid is because they're taking people's emotions and they're taking the water from people, right? The emotion from people. They're taking the feelings from people, and they don't know what to do with it because it's not their energy, so it just gets stored in their body, okay, and just kind of lays dormant. That's why I think that's why people get so fat, is because they're taking energy that isn't theirs and they're just shoving their face with it, and they're being controlled by something else. It's like something else takes over their main system and just overdrives them with food. And that's probably because of so many different elements sometimes being stored in one person. If you don't know how to clear your temple, ground your energy, keep yourself safe, keep your boundaries up, your shields high, if you drink, if you participate in a lot of very like harsh chemicals, then the odds of demonic possession inside of you becomes much higher. And demonic possession comes with weight gain because you've got something else in there with you. Therefore, your body begins to make room for it. Okay, so if you've never really noticed it, but you've noticed suddenly like weight gain or weight loss, okay, and it's usually just water. Okay, it's usually just water. It when it leaves, that water falls off of you. Okay, you sweat it out. I think that's why I've been sweating so much. Okay, because the last house I was in, it was a meth house, and there was, a lot of methodology that came in and out. Okay, and people who use like that carry a lot of energy. So there was just a lot of energy in my apartment all the time, a lot of energy going in and out of me, kind of like Oda Mae Brown, how spirits just jump into her, right? A lot of spirit jumping, a lot of temple jumping, a lot of fuckery. That's why you have to be very careful sometimes of where you live. And if you can't really choose where you live, then try to protect it and try to cleanse it and try to do different things to protect yourself because of the energy inside of the building or inside of the house, right? Because people come with so much energy. Okay, we're like little energizer bunnies, okay? Come with a lot of energy. And the more that you learn how to control that energy and drive that energy and contain it, people can't fuck with you. So, whoever this little witch was, okay, like I said, whatever she did, whatever garbage magic she put up, it didn't do anything. I mean, it did. It did. She's going to have to pay a consequence for it, but she didn't manipulate anything that wasn't already broken. Okay. So that's where you can be like, some witches, yeah, okay, they got power to do shit, but sometimes that magic only surfaces and only goes through the ether. So then we can finally blame the nasty energy on the right person, lock the witch up, and then everybody can go back to normal again at the end of the hour and a half movie. Like it's so fucking stupid, and it plays out, like a Bloomhouse production of these fucking bitches that watch Annabelle and then go, I want to do some spells. I want an Annabelle. I want a pet doll. I want a demonic possession. What are you, dumb? Hey, Sarah. You know, I said this was going to be my last reading, but I'm going to do one more. Because something that wasn't, you know, there's always a reading inside. And I have to wait for that one reading to come out. So we're going to do one more. We're going to wrap it up pretty quick, though. All righty. All right, let's pull the main theme, the Labyrinth deck. I've told you guys about this deck. There might be some new people here, but this is the Labyrinth deck. If you ever contemplated buying it because it's cheap, don't buy it. It's the shittiest fucking tarot deck you will ever own in your life. It's pointless. It's meaningless. But the majors are pretty awesome. So I use the majors and that's it. But don't buy that deck. It sucks. Okay, last reading. The moon. See, I knew something was hidden in this moon. The moon is making me do another reading. Okay, the moon is full right now, by the way. The full day is April 3rd, as we know, which is tomorrow, but the moon stays full in its phase for 3 days. So you'll feel the energy of the fullness or the new, okay, for 3 days. The day that it is, the day before, and the day after. Okay, so this is definitely energy coming in right now. What's that? There's Temperance. Which to choose? Okay, so somebody's got a choice to make here. There's the Devil. And Devil in reverse. There's the Fool in reverse on the bottom of the deck. I almost feel like there's going to be a choice. There's a choice coming up for somebody to make. And yeah, okay. It's something that somebody's been manifesting. Okay, so there's a choice that comes up that somebody's been manifesting. And with the Devil in reverse, I feel like this is something that the Devil cannot control. He wants to, but I don't think he can. All right, give me the moon. There's Pisces, Sagittarius, and Capricorn on the table. Restriction. 8 of Swords. See, I think this demon has been restricted from this choice you get to make. Okay, give me Temperance. What's the decision? There's Death with the Sun and the Devil. Okay, motherfucker, why does he show up so much? Like he showed up like 3 times today, just in this live reading alone. So there's Capricorn all over this reading, okay? The Sun, Leo energy, and then Death would be Scorpio energy. Okay, so Death, the Sun, and then the Devil. DDS, DSD, SDD. DDS to the rescue. Okay. All right, there's the King of Cups and then the Knight of Cups. Oh, no, that's the King of Pentacles and then the Knight of Cups here. And then there's Strength again. Decisions. And there's the Magician. Is that the Ace of Coins? King of Coins. Okay, so the King and Queen of Coins is here. Okay, so That's why I feel like you're going to be able to make a decision here, okay? Because I feel like the king and queen is possibly representing one person, i.e., your feminine and your masculine together. Okay, that's just how I'm reading it right now. It could be two different people, but then with the decision, I feel like somebody gets to make a decision, okay? Possibly with the temperance energy here as being with their feminine and masculine together. They make a decision and it gets rid of this restriction. Okay, because whatever this action is that this person decides to make, possibly a Leo that decides to make, okay, pushes them into death energy, which then creates this new platform and the restriction where something would have held them back suddenly now is demolished because the restriction is removed. But somebody doesn't know the restriction is removed because it's still the moon energy. Oh. Okay. And there was a download about this moon. This pink moon is about redemption. This pink moon is getting your truth out, setting the record straight. It's almost bulldozing the competition. Get these fucking losers out of the way that are talking shit, tarnishing your name, stopping you from doing something, trying to hold you back, trying to control you. It's not happening. Like a decision gets made and you've got a good hand. That's the thing. Wherever somebody is sitting, okay, there's a good hand. They've got a good hand. So it's not really a risk. It's like they're holding a full house with kings and aces. Okay. So whatever this restriction was, it works out. Like the sun is here. They can try to death devil you all they want. The fucking sun is here with strength. That's like the double sun. Because if the sun isn't here and people pull the strength card, they'll usually say, "Oh, well, that could be the sun too." Okay, or Leo energy. You know, they pull the sun, they say Leo energy. You know, it can be somewhat like that, where it's like they kind of can hold not the same energy, but they can hold the same fire. Like we said, remember, the devil doesn't come from somewhere hot. He comes from somewhere cold. Okay. And then there's the Five of Swords conflict. Oh no. 5 bullets left. All these bullets have different thingies on them. Like my blind ass can't see. Oh yeah, there's the chess move. There's a bull, a rose, an eagle. I don't know what that other thing is. Oh my God, what is happening to my eyes? Is anybody else going through this? Why all of a sudden, like I turned 40 and now my eyesight's going? Like what the You know, when my parents used to talk about shit like this, I'd be like, yeah, right, you're lying, your eyes are fine. Like, bitch, my eyes are going. It is. It's not just something your parents say. Like, my eyesight is going. I was trying to tattoo the other day. Oh my God, I was like, my eyes are going all cross-eyed and shit. I'm like, oh my God, Whitney, you need some glasses, girl. You need to get your glasses on. Fucking meth head stole my glasses. Assholes. So I have to get new ones. I don't want to. Because who the hell wants to go get an eye exam? You know, the last time I got an eye exam was like 10 years ago. No, probably longer than that. I had those glasses for so long. They say not to do that. Like I give a fuck. They were fine to me. They were still working after 15 years. Okay, so maybe somebody needs to get some new eyeglasses. Blind bat. All right. Okay. Anything else? Leaving conflict behind. Like, I really do feel like there's a celebration. Nice. Okay. I do feel like, ooh, so teamwork. Okay, so the universe is definitely working with you. There's the Wheel of Fortune and then the Hermit. Okay, sudden change on the bottom of the deck. So there is luck coming in. Like I said, somebody's got a good hand. That's a good hand. Okay, so whatever you feel like you're gonna, if your back is getting put up against the wall, or suddenly you feel like you're losing your odds on something, stay positive. Okay, keep a positive mindset, because and that's what my sister realized something. What up, Ryu? With this new apartment, we were supposed to sign a lease, but because the apartment wasn't ready, and because the tenants, or because the landlord actually broke so many of the landlord tenant rules, that we got the first month for free, and they didn't worry about the lease that month. So I thought maybe come April 1st they were going to make us sign the lease, right? And we said no. And they didn't even actually ask us today at all. And actually the lease that my sister has, one of the copies that they already signed, we just had to sign them, all right, has a huge mistake in it. So if they were even going to try to say that we had to follow the contract, or we had to be in the contract, there was a huge contract violation, and it was written right there by one of them. And I thought, okay, we really have them. Like, if they even try to take us to court, I mean, we paid rent. Like, you can't just evict somebody, but if they do, oh, the hand that we're holding, because somebody didn't double check their contract. That's the thing. I know we've been talking about this for the last, at least a couple of weeks now. Be very careful with contracts. You make sure you read that fucking contract up and down. I don't care if it's 1,400 pages and you've got somebody in front of you that needs you to sign it right in front of them. You're going to take 20 minutes, half an hour, 45 minutes. You're going to read that bad boy to back. Okay, do not get held up in a contract because somebody really wants to control you. They do. Okay, but you haven't really got the memo yet that they don't have any control. Okay, so it's your decision and it's your hand. And like I said, whatever this analogy is, you've got a poker hand. Okay, and then with the wheel, the luck, the fate card, okay, fucking, this isn't a game of Russian roulette you're going to lose. This is a game of actual roulette that you're going to put the right number on. Okay, so I feel like there is some type, again, it's an analogy, there is some type of, I feel like, opportunity coming that has your name all over it. But it is a little bit of a risk to do it. And you're the one that has to choose if you want to do it or not. Okay, and take this restriction off of you, okay, and reveal yourself and the position that you want. Because this could be something with work. There could be like a promotion, huge promotion or something like that coming in work, and you don't really want to tell anybody, okay, and maybe you feel like people are going to hate you, or that you're not going to be the one that gets it because maybe you think somebody else is more valuable. Trust me, whatever it is that you've got is valuable. Doesn't matter what anybody else has. What you have is valuable, and it's your decision if you want to play it or not. Because life, the whole game of life, is strategy. It's how you play your cards. It's how you play your money. It's how you play your smarts. It's how you play other people, right? This is the game of life, okay? And it is fucking tricky, and people change the rules, okay? And they change the game, and they steal money, and they steal property, and they do things that they're not supposed to do, okay? And they restrict people, and they take away your rights, and all this bullshit, okay? But always remember, in such a corrupt world, okay, things do get done properly. Okay, they do. They really do. And situations and destinations that are meant for you, you do get there. Okay, so whatever this decision is, the devil is in reverse, which means don't let him restrict you if you don't want any more restrictions. If you, okay, so this would be also another analogy would be say you're a recovering alcoholic, okay, and your buddy is playing at the local pub, okay, and you don't know if you can go for sure, even though maybe he wants you to be in the band or maybe he wants you to take pictures, photography or something, make a little bit of money. The devil thinks he can control you by making you stay home, missing the event, missing the money, missing the work because you might have a drink. Trust me, I think at this point in time, you are much stronger than the devil. Okay. And if there's work that you can go make money, okay, or that you can participate with your friends or that you can do something, do not think for, like, well, I mean, do what you want, but I'm just saying what the energy is saying is try not to bring the devil with you. Try to leave him at home and say, you know what? You don't control me tonight. Okay. I don't need to go around getting pissed drunk, fucking, getting high or doing whatever because I want to go out. Like, I'm going to go out. I'm going to go out with a clear conscience. I'm going to go out knowing that I'm going to do this. I've got a good hand. I've got a good hand to play and I'm going to fucking play it. I'm not going to sit here making it seem like the devil is going to tempt me into something so that I have to sit at home and not experience life because alcohol is all around you. Okay. When you're dealing with addiction, you will know that what you're dealing with is all around you. Even if you quit cigarettes, there's a fucking convenience store everywhere. Okay. The addiction's not the problem. It's what's going on in your head that makes it a problem. If you don't want it anymore, you'll walk away from it. Okay. The devil is the thing that sits there with the little bell and tries to tempt you to come back from a decision that you already made. Okay. Don't let him go back on something that you decided you wanted to do. And then he just went, yeah, but I'm still sitting here, by the way. Yeah. Go walk up and kick him in the fucking balls. Okay. Go smash the fucking bottle, right? Temptation is just that. It's temptation. And it only works on people who don't have a good frame of mind, a heavy, confident, right? Don't let the devil get into your drink, okay, and start fucking with you. It just doesn't, when you're done getting tempted, you're done. And you only know that you're done being tempted when you go out and you exercise that temptation. Right? Because you do have to work on yourself. Like if you're trying to do something, then you actually have to try to do it. Okay. If we're talking the talk, people, you got to start walking the walk. Okay. So peace out. Thanks for this double reading, y'all. I hope it resonated. Make sure you send your telepathic questions in my way so I can answer them. whitneymoonshine@gmail.com for your private readings. All right. Thank you so much. And peace out. All right. Thank you, everybody new. Thank you for liking the video. Thank you for being here. And I will be back when I am back. Most likely tomorrow. Okay.